been seeing Renekton mid. We've been seeing Kled mid. It feels like Doing B is just fully enjoying where he's at in the world right now. And Breathe goes for Aurelia already. Dagda, we got a spicy game on our hands.
This is a brilliant counter pick for Breathe. You can do so much work against this Gnar where you're able to dive in on top of them.
Focus, you can see on the minimap, Crisp is over with Tian. One of the big questions we had coming into this series is how well will the jungler and support play together, but forget that. Base Shanks moving up towards the top side. Breathe is low. Nuguri about to turn into Mega now. They do have to be careful. And I think realizing they can't actually take this one. If Nuguri goes Mega, he could maybe 2v1. Maybe I'm completely wrong because Base Shug wants to take him on. Flash away from here. Nuguri's moving down. Crisp here as well, but he's going to be knocked up and should just be taken down. No level 6 just yet, and there's first blood for WE. Fighting over this Herald, and they should be able to finish this one off with ease. Nicely done by our red side team.
Yeah, strange contest.
He survived it. He's level 6, stacking up his passive here. Both junglers are here. Doing B arriving. Beisheng has to try and play the defense here, but the equalizer comes in, missing the target. They knock him up and should be able to take him down, but it's actually Chris to go down first. It's complete chaos in the bottom side, but Joe Monk falls with Doing B grabbing himself a double kill, and he wants to turn it into a little bit more. LWX grabs one. Goes down for his trouble. It was actually Nuguri that went down. But all things considered, with 3 for 3 on the score.
How good it's going to be if you're looking to dive with Crisp level 6. Beisheng is behind though.
Joe Monk's in a lot of trouble right here, trying to stack his passive, but just taken down too damn quick. LWX takes one tower shot, missing with the Hex Splash. We'll be able to survive for now. The minions arriving, and there's no wave here for FPX. They can't really just continue this dive endlessly. And actually, Beisheng going to force a flash on the bottom side of the map. I want to see a little bit more about Shanks here, Dagda, because he's been real quiet this game. I'm not going to see that, though, because Breathe is in a 2v1 right now. Here comes the rest of the squad. Beisheng trying to finish off the kill. Breathe surviving, but taken down by the undertow. Tian trying to escape from the play, but there's no way out of this one. I wanted to see more from Shanks. And there's the kill. It's a really nice matchup for Cassiopeia, because as soon as she tries to ult in and assassinate, you just get one shot. Speaking of, Doing B is actually gonna survive. No, it gets taken down in the end. I got too excited. Breathe now. Taking a bit of hit from Tian. And I think WE will be able to back away with that.
This is how FPX end up gaining so much of their leads in the early stages. It's just through these tiny, tiny windows that they're able to get these advantages.
Beisheng just trying to 1v1 Doing B. Tian has stepped into the jungle and suddenly realised it's not just Beisheng. He's got 4 different versions of him, and he's got 3 different teammates alongside him. Doing B goes away from the play. Still builds towards your IE passive, getting you towards that 60% crit. Just feels so good for Samira. Nuguri taking a huge chunk from Beisheng right before he turns Mega. Breathes in trouble though, has to flash. Stunned against the wall, but he's far away, so they can't commit to the play. FPX trying to start this Drake up as Breathe gets aggressed upon by LWX. Might just be able to survive, but he misses the Vanguard's edge. It's so huge. Stun onto LWX and Beisheng trying to finish off the kill onto the AD carry. The rest of WE arriving. Crisp happy to tank up for now, but not for long. Goes down, missing, flashes into the fight and just dies immediately. Missing. What was that, my friend? FPX win the fight.
LWX's top 2 Kai'Sas in the LPL. Like, that was insane.
Try to contest here. They try and move in for the play. Doing B has the equalizer. It's going to go down into the pit. They go. It's not going to be stolen. Taken by WE. Now the fight as well. The equalizer not doing enough damage. Missing, still surviving. In goes Samira. And down go the health bars for FPX, who are scattered to the winds. Beisheng gets the stun. Nowhere to go. And Shanks, with 5 kills on the board, is finally here for WE.
God damn, WE just wiped the floor with FPX. When they're in the lead, they're so good at finding these picks, and they're going again.
Well, they found themselves a team fight rather than a pick on this one. Equalizer comes down, but WE are just too damn tanky. Jomung is here. He's trying to stack up that passive. 1 or 2 more shots, and he'll be able to start spinning to win. Jomung in with the Inferno trigger, and down goes FPX. What is that damage? Beisheng charging in at the speed of light. Surrender now, or prepare to get bear slapped. Down the mid lane they go. Minion wave is here, and missing, and Beisheng can cut off the next one. This is at least an in-hit for WE.
It could be more. I mean, you've still got 30 seconds on LWX, 25 on towards Tian. They're looking to end.
They want to try and end the game. 30 seconds on LWX. In goes missing. The tower dive is happening, and the Inferno trigger burns through the health bars. Nuguri will never turn Mega again as the triple comes through for Jomung. It's beautiful to see for WE fans as FPX go down in game number 1.
And finally, we get to see the LDL Shanks we expected. The guy that was a myth as to how potent he was on this Cassiopeia. Position for WE that really wants to play at range, where you're tossing axes, accelerate shock blast, and the Azir just poking you away. So they do go for the Lucian. So instead, FPX go, right, we can't team fight this. We're just going to look to outsplit push you. So Nuguri now on this Lucian. I will expect Tian to be playing heavily towards getting this Lucian ahead, getting Doomby ahead as well. Leave Jomung and Missing to their own devices, and just let them take turret plates instead. The attack speed is so much better at those.
I don't know if they have the option to just go for plates here. The dive underway. Breathe taking a huge chunk. Beisheng is here to help defend his top laner. And I think Breathe will get away from this one. Tian's arrived as well, but the wave is going to be cleared. And Missing is found Tian. They're trying to force a flash out from the enemy jungler here. The axe is coming through, and Tian gets out of dodge. Doomby just doesn't have enough damage yet, as Shanks is moving up as well. He's not level 6 just yet. Good amount of damage there. Chris has arrived, and it's actually going to be Beisheng that's caught out. After all of this, first blood goes the way of FPX, and they want to turn it into another one. But Shanks messes up his flash, but he gets over the blast cone, but he's on a ward!
We'll get this extra gold for Nuguri, who's now in trouble.
Here we go. Beisheng moving in. Tian is here as well, and a TP being channeled, but Nuguri's already fallen, and another TP. WE want to take this fight. B will be able to get out with the realm warp. Shanks trying to get on to Tian, but not willing to commit the flash.
FPX try and crack open this mid lane turret, and look at, you can see Nuguri is well aware of the respect he needs to give, but Crisp isn't.
Yeah, Crisp is all but dead here, and axe blocked by the Blade Whirl, but Shanks has soldiers, and Blade Whirl, it can stop axes, it can't stop entire sand people, unfortunately. So Shanks grabbing himself a kill on that one. Crisp, a little disrespectful. Breathe, looking for an all-in. He's on to do and be, and that's a lot of damage from this chase. Conqueror is proc. TP being channeled by Nuguri, but it's denied. Missing on the other side of the map. Will not let anything go wrong. Beisheng is here. Jomung jumping in as well. They're going to dive onto Nuguri here, but the culling says no. Denies the play. Nuguri survives the bomb.
Like, pretty much across the board, I'm just like, these are insanely strong, but there's a pick.
We've got a 2 versus 4, and it's somehow going well for WE. Jomung has now arrived. Tian somehow gets out of that one. I'm not quite sure how he survived that, but now Crisp is the target as he's getting low. Solar Flare to disengage the fight. We keep on seeing these weird fights today, Dagda, where nothing's actually up, and the teams are just like, you know what, because I'm thinking it's very even. We'll have to come back to that, because Tian's in trouble. Realm Warp comes in, though. He doesn't need an ambulance after all. It's Missing that needs an ambulance. Solar Flare comes in. Jomung over the wall, trying to push away Nuguri. Do and B. Oh, 1 HP, but Jomung can't quite get into range. It was so damn close. And another fight where it all kicks off over nothing.
Alongside LWX. This is how you play against this. Try and corral them, but you're 1v1.
He's gone so deep on this one, but the Realm Warp, maybe they can save him. The bomb comes in, but they're too late to the play. Now the rest of the squad has arrived. 4v5 Missing, tanking the culling, but the double knockup comes out from the Alistar. Tian on this side, trying to look for a smite here. He doesn't want the fight, he just wants the dragon. Jomung threatening the engage. In goes Shanks, and it's beautiful to see. Jomung knocks LWX away, can't quite finish the kill, but he goes down anyway. It's complete chaos, but Do and B, last one to fall, and Beisheng, the only one left on the map.
Beisheng barely able to survive on the back of that. Crisp going way too deep, and it means that WE have got that mountain dragon. They've got the soul that separate this fight. Jomung though.
Ooh, Jomung buffers the jump. Realm Warp, in goes Crisp. He's going to have to tank up for a while, but he's just not tanky enough to survive that one. Missing denies the players. Tian goes in, looking for the sleep. Jomung buffers the jump once again. Nicely done. Shanks disengaging as LWX goes for the Inferno trigger. He's on to Breathe in the back line, who's just about surviving. Now Do a bit on the front line, trying to get onto Missing. Jomung going to be the last man standing once Nuguri gets one more auto in. Double comes through, and Jomung finds himself alone. Breathe off towards the top side, but there's no way he can get back for the fight here. Might be able to find the all-in onto Nuguri if he's not careful. Look at damage out from this Tristana. LWX couldn't help his top laner. Baron being started by FPX. There's 3 men on it already. Crisp arriving here. Jomung needs to contest in some way, but it's down to 2,000 already. The Baron is about to be taken here by FPX. They don't have a smite, but they're taking it anyway. Nuguri grabs that one for himself. Do and B, stuck in the pit. Manages to flash out. FPX daylight robbery right here. They snagged into the pit. Should be able to clear that ward at very least. Culling used onto Jomung here, but doesn't land that many of the shots, so it's not going to be too consequential. Check out the DPS meter at the bottom of the screen. That is swanky production. Bravo. 6,000 on the Elder Swirl Seeds going wide here as it's just constantly being DPS. Solar Flare goes wide as well. Maybe that's the opportunity missing. Goes in, finds the two-man knockup. LWX is the Blade Whirl, but it's going to be Dome B going gold in the last possible second. This looks like a WE fight, but there's the Infinite Trigger. It's not enough. FPX are torn asunder as Nuggery, last man standing, cannot contest. There's no smite here though. Maybe there's time for a miracle, but Elder goes down. One more hit would finish it, and Missing wants himself a piece of the action. Year of the Ox, baby, says the cow. And down the mid lane they will go. Enough about Jomo. Baron is on the cards. Elder still in the pocket of WE for another 45 seconds, which means FPX have no answer to this Baron play. Their answer, instead, is to try and move towards the mid lane. But this wave will be cleared. It will be intercepted. And FPX look like they're out of answers. They look like they're out of sorts right now. Tian trying to find a flank, trying to find a way in, but there is no way in.
Now, there's little that they can do. This is where WE's composition just has everything in their favour. That one fight at Elder is now snowballing out of control, and they still have 50 seconds on Baron, but think of it.
Will be able to survive at very least and just throws an auto out. I got a little bit excited. There was 3 people fell asleep, but turns out it was actually just resident sleeping.
Either way, like, it was a nice attempt. Missing with the bodyguard, though, keeping people away. There's no Baron left here.
I don't think John cares. I think he wants to take some towers right here. He's feeling himself, and it didn't work out for him in the last fight, but you know what? I'm okay to watch this one. Realm Warp coming out. Nobody's going to actually take it in the end. Oh, Crisp went in it at the last possible second. Shanks with the Zonyas to keep himself alive. Crisp will be the first one to go down. Nuggery on the top side of the fight. Chased out by Jomung. A bit of vengeance for the Dragon fight. In goes LWX, but he's taken down. The Shuriman wall comes through, and WE will take themselves a much-needed victory. They thwart their loss streak, and they thwart FPX.
WE have come out and done what a lot of people were thinking was going to be impossible. That FPX have been on, and so well played by WE. They looked incredible in this game. Their control of the map from the early stages, thanks to Beishang, working and playing around Breeze, making sure he's not falling behind, and then getting to these team fights.